What's going on, Spurs family? I figured I have more time this Sunday, so I'll make a video for Monday afternoon or wherever, y'all, whatever time it is, wherever y'all is in the world. And so I want to talk about this topic of Jeremy Sohan, written by Jeremy Brenner. Jeremy Sohan is he the Spurs' weakest starter, and and the thing. It's not really that black and white. Is he the weakest starter or not? Sometimes we simplify things too much in basketball. I understand, but it's not that simple, right? Because let's just take it, right? On offense, we all know he's our weakest link on offense. So let's take the offensive side of the ball. Offensively, teams is going to lay off him and pack the paint, which might makes it difficult for guys like Victor or guys like Johnson if he's in the lineup to penetrate, because Johnson want to penetrate or shoot the three. Um, or if we try to do any pick and rolls, it'll be difficult for that to happen if they're packing it in and just say, "Man, we ain't worried about Sohan." So yeah, offensively, he's the weakest Spur. You can say that, right? It's a case for that at least. But when you go into defense, he's probably one of our best defenders. And he allows our defense to play better because he can switch, he can guard every position from 1 to 5. So he actually helps us defensively. So he's not the weakest Spur defensively. So it depends on where you gauge at. And then go back to offensively, it depends on how we playing. Because if we playing a pick and roll offense where he probably do a lot of standing and not moving, then yeah, it makes it worse for us. But if we playing a motion offense, then it could kind of mask the shooting because there's a lot of body movement and ball movement. So even with that, it depends on how the offense is being played. So um, you really can't say if he's the weakest Spur or not. Let's say if we take him out the lineup, right? And let's say we put Kelton Johnson in and we start in Trey Jones, Branham, Vassell, Keldon Johnson, and Victor. Is Keldon Johnson? Yeah, he scored better than Sohan, but is he a better defender than Sohan? Do he help us team? Is he a better team defender than Sohan? Is he a better rebounder than Sohan? So yeah, he's better on offense, but he's weaker on defense. So it's the same thing there, and that's why it's really important to have a lot of players who can that is really solid on both ends of the court at minimum, because it makes the whole entire team better. So is Jeremy Sohan the weakest Spur? The question, how I will answer it, no, he's not the weakest Spur in the starting lineup. He's not, because there's so many things that goes into it with playing basketball. It's not just playing black and white. And let's take a more dive into this article. Um, it's what they saying is that it's not basically he's not really a guy that they basically saying he's a solid B to B plus player in plenty areas of his game. Um, Not far along as Jones as a playmaker. Well, I mean, see, people who write these articles, it's just it don't even make any sense. It don't even make any sense. Um, yeah, they ain't really saying much in this articles. They basically just comparing them to other starters on this art in this article and saying what he did last year. And the only thing I seen wrong with Sohan last year was his shooting. He was a solid playmaker. He was effective defensively. As him being our weakest starter, I don't know about that. It's actually a weird question. Who is the weakest starter? Like, it's like a weird question to ask, right? Because you can pick holes in everybody's game and make a case for it, because the game is not really as simple as, oh, look, he can't shoot, he's not effective offensively, but it's so many things that go into playing basketball. So like I said, defensively, he's probably one of our best defenders and help us defensively as a team. But okay, he's not really good shooting. But how? What kind of offense we playing? If we playing motion offense, then it kind of can help mask his shooting because he'll be cutting and diving and doing all this movement, and there's a lot of ball movement. Um, so it's just a silly question. No, he's not the weakest starter, and I don't think it's a such thing you can say if a person is the weakest starter, because if they start, and then obviously they bring us something to the team that they absolutely need. You can't go full offensively and you can't go full defensively. If we got a lot of people who can put the ball in the basket, of course Victor is going to get a share, Vassell's going to get a share. um, if Keldon is starting, he's going to get a share. We don't need a whole bunch of offensive players. What I think from Vassell is he just need to be able to knock down the 3-point shot at a respectful rate. But if we playing a motion offense, who knows what offense we want to play? But if we playing a motion offense, then technically, with a lot of body and ball movement, then it kind of can mask it a bit. You can live with it a little bit. Um, so it's really not really a good question to ask. But I just wanted to talk about it. Maybe a lot of people feel that it's a such thing as a weaker um, player in the starting five. I really don't think so. So that's my whole thing. Um, I see y'all next time on my next video. Peace and blessings.